Before I start on this part 2 video I said I would do from last week, just need to talk to you all. Mr. Jordan set you a challenge, 3J, about logging on to Oxford Reading Buddies because our, 3J and 3P and 3D, our Oxford Reading Buddies activity isn't great at the moment. So I'm challenging you all of year 3, you must log on, do the reading book activity and also do the comprehension to go with it. That is one activity and you need to do it every day, guys. We can do a lot better than what we're doing. Okay? So let's move on to my lesson, Homophones part 2. So last week I said to you that I was coming back for a part 2 because the activity that I've set you is a little bit tricky, some of the words are. So I'm just going to go through a couple of the tricky ones on the activity sheet for you and explain the difference. So just a quick recap. I said to you last week that homophone is a group of words that they are said the same, so they sound the same, but they've got a different meaning to them. So they might mean something else, or they might be spelled different, but they are different group of words. Okay? And I think I gave you, I can't remember the exact examples, but I gave you a few examples last week. On the sheet that I'm going to give you today to do, there are 3 words, and I thought a lot of people might find it a little bit tricky to know what the difference is, even though they are basically pronounced the same. So I'm just going to explain it quickly to you. So let me show you the board. Can you see the board, Jaden? So first group of words, male. Okay, so an example of male with the A digraph in the middle is, let me think about it. Male means, it's basically a letter. So it could be, Mason, can you go and pick up the mail from the front door, please? That is an example of how I'd use this male. This male's split digraph male. And an example of this male is basically, it's an alternative word for boy or man. So an example I could use is Jaden Patterson is a male who plays for FC Elite under 10s team. That's an example I could use in this word. Another group of words, we've got main. So an example of this main, again you can see it's got the A digraph there. So an example of that main could be, Mason, can you be careful please when you're crossing the main road? So that's how I'd use that main. And another example for this main, it's about basically fur on animals. That's what we'd use this main for. And I think Mason, what was his sentence again? He said something like to me, he said, the lion's mane is so fluffy like a rug you could sleep on. So that's an example of how you can use this mane. Last example, which I've given you an activity for, is these two. Now they both say weather, but they're used in different ways. So for example, weather with a H in, I might say, I don't know whether Jaden is holding the camera and you can actually see what I'm talking about. That's an example, and I'm joking, but that is an example how to use it. So I'm basically saying, I don't know whether Jaden is filming me properly or not, is basically what I'm saying. So with this weather with the H in is like basically saying, I don't know if Jaden is filming me properly or not. And this weather is, obviously you can see it's spelled different there. And it's basically, weather has been good today. I think it's going to rain the rest of the week though. So that's basically about the weather in the sky and so forth. So year 3, thank you for listening to me. Get on Oxford Reading Buddies every single day this week. That's your challenge. Plus complete the homophone activities, which is on the website. I'll see you Friday.